Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and this is Top 5s, the only weekly Top 5 show in snowboarding. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the top 5 ways not to set your snowboard bindings up. That's right, not to set them up. And believe me, I've seen some of the ways you people set them up, and I do mean you people. I'm looking down at you. I'm really upset with you. Really upset. Number 5. The I bought it too big or too small guy. If your boot looks like that in the binding, you fucking set it up wrong. You also bought the wrong binding. And if someone sold this to you, I hope they get a festering anal sore that turns into an anal fissure. This is just wrong. There should be a gap between your toe and heel strap. Nobody should have this. Why? What, you being a cheap ass because your foot grew but you didn't want to upgrade bindings? Nah, not cool, man. Just like, well, they didn't have my size, so I just bought the bigger one and tried to shrink it down and fit it in there. Get your shit size appropriate. You'll ride better, you'll enjoy it better, you'll be happier in the long run. Number 4, the more tail than nose guy. Why the hell are you putting your bindings all the way up on the nose of your snowboard? Seriously, like, why? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? That doesn't help your riding at all. You want more nose than tail, not more tail than nose. I get it, you bought a used snowboard and operating a screwdriver is too hard for you. It's somewhere between 2 and 4 screws. If you can't figure that out, I don't even know why you're snowboarding. I don't even know why you're watching this video. You need to leave. You people are the worst. Seriously, if you can't operate a screwdriver, just go pay the people at the shop to set everything up for you, tip them well, and just never deal with it again. You obviously lack mechanical skills to do anything in life. In fact, warning labels are probably what keep you alive. Number 3, your stance width is either extremely wide, like you're Shaun White or a cowboy or something, or supremely narrow, like you stole your snowboard from a toddler. I don't get this one. Why is having your stance this wide when you're 5'6" a good idea? Like, don't you realize how much pressure you're putting on your knees and how much pain you're causing? Conversely, what does having a stance this wide do for you? I mean, I get it, you can ballerina spin, but you have no stability whatsoever. I can remember one time I was working a demo for K2 and this girl came in and wanted to take out the Va Va Voom rocker and I was like, yeah, okay. And she's like, she was a big girl. She was like 5'10", probably about 160 pounds. She wanted a 137 and she wanted us to take the stance, put it on the last 2 sets of inserts all the way up. Her angles were so aggressive that they were almost completely straight. And so we set her up the way she wanted and I watched her ride. She couldn't fucking turn to save her goddamn life. And I was like, you know, if you narrowed your stance and brought your angles in, you'd probably be able to snowboard instead of just spinning around in circles like a helicopter. And she's like, what do you mean? That's snowboarding. And I was like, that's not snowboarding. That's not even buttering. That's like trying to make sure you're still alive and getting to the bottom. I don't get this. Why the hell are you people riding around like goddamn John Wayne over there? Or like Wee Man? You're 5'10". Why do you have like a 13-inch stance? Like what? Did you buy a snowboard from Target and that's what it had and that's just the stance you've had the rest of your life? Fuck! Experiment, people! Number 2, putting your ratchets on the inside. I get it, you're lazy and reaching to the outside of the binding might hurt, but bindings have become anatomically correct with their base plates. So when I see people that have anatomical bindings with the ratchets on the inside, all I can think of is these people can vote and procreate, and they are, and our world is fucked. Like, you should be able to look at that and go, that doesn't look right. I once had a guy try to argue with me in the lift line about how bindings were supposed to be set up, and my whole response was, look around you. And he started looking around and he saw everyone and I was like, so you're telling me the 100 people in this lift line are completely wrong and you're the only one right? Mind you, your bindings are set up with the ratchets on the outside Your girlfriend's bindings are set up with the ratchets on the inside. Well, that's what the instructions said. No, sir, the instructions didn't say that. The instructions said you're a fucking moron if you can't look at a picture and go, huh, nose, tail, ratchets out. Seriously, it's not that hard. Like, why the hell are you putting your ratchets on the inside? Honorable mentions, all great options, but just barely didn't make it on this list. Pigeon-toed. Who the hell rides with negative angles on the front and positive angles on the rear so your toes are kicked in? This makes no sense whatsoever, but yet I see it year after year. Whack-ass stance angles. This kind of goes back to like the really wide, really narrow stance story I just told, but still, I have seen some really weird ass angles, like 0 on the front and like negative 15 on the rear. Almost like the guy set the board up backwards, except I looked at it and the board was set upright. I don't get it. What are you doing out there? Rotational bindings. Why the fuck do you even need these bullshit pieces of crap? If you use these, just go fucking ski. Just get out of here, go fucking ski. I don't want to be associated with you as a person that snowboards even. You're not a snowboarder. You're not even good enough to be a person that snowboards. You are just the worst. Before we get to number 1 on this list, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Marhar Snowboards. They don't make bindings, but they do make custom snowboards. So if you got a custom graphic and you want to put it on a board, why don't you check out Marhar Snowboards? I know that I have with these 2 lumberjacks right here. Those are custom graphics and I love the way they ride, so check them out. And the number 1 wrong way to set up your snowboard bindings, you bought step-ins and you still sit down and grab your board to click in. What the fuck are you doing? I see this more than anything out there. You paid $900 so you could have a boot and binding combination for ease of entry to make it easier for you because, you know, you're so fat you can't see your dick or your feet. So, you know, it's gonna make it easier. You can step right in and go, and you're still sitting down to get in there. What the fuck are you doing? Do you just not have balance? Did you buy the wrong size stuff? Do you just not understand how the mechanics of those things work? I have no fucking idea, but it sounds to me like you don't know how to set your shit up right, or you don't know how to ride, or both. Get your shit together, people. Like, what the fuck? This has been my top 5 wrong ways to set up your bindings. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did I forget one? Are you on this list? Hopefully you're not on this list. Anyways, leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this list. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and well, I'm going to continue to be your host because no one's taken this job over, and I'll see you in another video.